always doing it sunny side up. It's the hen. Fuck. What's up, my hold on. Let me get that sweet muffler action. Hold on. What? Bam. There we go. We gotta use, when you got a voice as powerful as mine, you gotta use protection. You gotta keep it safe. All right. What's up, my friends? I hope you are in good spirits, because I most assuredly am. All right, let's grab the live stream link. First things first, we'll share that in the Discord before we wander on our merry way together. Man, I had a great time making today's video, talking about all the stuff I'm excited about. It was a quite enjoyable departure from what felt like had become the norm. And yeah, I'm still riding that like chill vibe and digging it. All right, there we go. Live stream link shared, which means it's now time to say hello to you, my friends, who have arrived for the commencement speech of the stream. I am the stream valedictorian, and I'm going to go ahead and say hellos. So who do we got up in here? What up? Gossett, Case, Astrid, Kenzuki. Oh, the saddest Drake. What's up? How you doing, buddy? Felonious T, Ned, Shelton, Kenneth, Red Death, Jess, Beasley, Crackening, Grizzlebees. Oh, it's the Bull Falcon soaring on by. Kaka! What's up, buddy? Burrito King. It's Millmaster. Oh, bro, I gotta say, honestly, just seeing those words together. Hatcher X Barks. Bro, stop. I can only get so turgid, man. What are you trying to hear me thump under the desk? Like, yo, sign me up. Sign me up. What up, Callaway? How's it going? Error. Jack, I see you there. Himrod, hello to you as well. What's the good word? The good word is Hatcher. Oh, that is a good word. All right. It's got everything you need. Take away hat, and you've got share, right? What do you do with share? Turn back time. And then get yourself a fancy new hat in the past. That was pretty ridiculous. I enjoyed that. Hey, it's Moxman doing double duty, working on videos. Nice to join in and listen. I am looking forward to seeing some of your setup there, big boy. Some of your setup. Cat's out of the bag, guys, just so you know. Crossover of the century, I wouldn't say it's got nothing to do with magic, because it's the crossover of the Magic Historian and MTG Moxman. Guess who I'm going to meet up with? I'm going to be getting together with Moxman. We're getting together tomorrow. So yeah, best crossover, bam, right there. And that's not like X's from America's Got Talent. It's the good X. It's the crossover X. Callaway says, sorry for my membership slipping. Having weird issues with my bank again. Also, did you see the silly dub videos I've been making with mates? I didn't see the videos, and also I didn't see that stuff about the membership. So I suppose I will call off the goon squads and make you lord of the board for now. You shall keep your kneecaps for now, Callaway. For now. But yeah, I've been super busy, buddy. Super busy. So I'm meeting up with the Moxman. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna do some just chilling, honestly. Like, the purpose of getting together isn't like to make content, but I'm getting into making vlogs and stuff. So I'm gonna do some of that, and we're gonna live stream together. I'm gonna bring them. Then we got two options. I can go on an impromptu Moxman live stream and try desperately not to start going, fuck your mother in the middle of the stream, right? Like, for real, you know, sharks have to swim so that they don't die. It's like, I can't stop swimming. I can't stop yelling terrible shit about your mother. So going on to one of his streams, I don't know. I do not know, right? So instead I got to bring him onto one of my streams, and then we'll just make him like read the super chat so you guys can make Moxman say dirty things. And when he's like, I can't say that, I'm like, you have to say it on here for the people. You have to say it because of the money, you fucking hooker. All right, it's going to be fun. You know it's going to be fun. Moxman with his sweet little, I'm a clean cut guy. What's up, man? I'll take care of your kids. And also, would you like a can of sardines? And I'm all like, yo, I'm going to teach your kids to say fucked up shit. Like, I'm not going to let anything bad happen to your kids. I'll protect them, but I'm also going to say crazy shit to them. That's the difference. I'm still a good guy, but like, he's not gonna teach your kids new interesting ways to swear. I will definitely do that. What up, Garcia? What up, Tim? Who else? What up, Dark Knight? Hey, Jugglum, how you doing, buddy? Dominic, you were happy you sold one box of Commander Master set boosters this weekend? What a great release. Yeah, it's been tepid would be a compliment, I would say. So, who knows? Maybe that's why Wizards decided to just go out whole hog and be like, 3 years of stuff. And I just went, yo, I'm surprisingly jacked about this. And I'm just like, yo, for some reason, I'm just saying I'm having a good time with this. I like it, whatever. I was surprised that I wasn't just immediate, yo, everything sucks and here's all the problems with it. I was like, yo, there's a bunch of fun stuff in here. And the other side, I don't care. I don't care about, like, yeah, you know what? There is one thing that I'm like, okay, that's just whatever, man. And that's like Muscle Car Death Race. The cars themselves, I don't care about that. But the traipsing through different planes, all that, yeah, bro, I'm here for it. Let's go. What's going on? I just don't care about, like, monster trucks and Magic. Actually, you know what? Never mind. They just had muscle cars. I do want monster trucks and Magic. Let's just go for it. Let's go. Let's go with it. Astrid says, feels like stepping into an alternate reality. New Hatcher aura from the complete turnaround view on Wizards of the Coast. Notice before this news, Moxman covered the self-reflection list for like 2006. Wait, what? Moxman covered the self-reflection list from like 2006 they did. I got to admit, bro, I understood what you were saying until the end, at which point I'm like, I'm losing touch with reality here. Is it me? Is it something I've done, or is it the words on the screen? So I get the first part about you just being like, yo, why aren't you miserable about Magic? Everything sucks, right? The sky is falling and it's the worst thing ever. And then the other part about that, I'm going to assume it's got something to do with Moxman made a video, and that is what did this. Moxman changed everything with his one video, right? I don't know. Part of it just comes down to, like, this was inevitably going to happen at a certain point. One of two things was going to happen. I would start to get more enthused about Magic again, or I would just be like, yeah, it's time to be done with this hobby. You know what I mean? Like, there's only two ways to go from feeling pretty disgruntled. It's either, yo, I'm actually enjoying myself more, or I'm not. And it's like, you know what? I actually had fun playing in the Commander Masters Commander event. I thought I wouldn't, but I did. I also realized that I can totally vibe on Commander. It's multiplayer Magic that tweaks my ball bag, and actually building a 100-card deck where everything's singleton and you play with a Commander is a sweet idea that's almost like a mini portable cube concept that it's like, yo, okay, yeah, I can get down with this. So I'm like, okay, Commander's not a bad format. I just hate multiplayer Magic. Like, pretty much all of it. I think I'm just too much of an old crank to play anything other than like, yo, I know you guys really well, and we're just gonna chill and what? Because I don't know, man. It just the whole thing of it, like the 4-player vibe, it's not for me. It's not for me. And I just pegged Commander as, yo, it's 4-player, whatever, and then it just kind of clicked, and I'm like, yo, Commander can be 2-player. And like they're changing Arena so that if you go and play at an LGS, it rewards you. It rewards you for going and playing physical Magic. They're like, yo, if you go and play at LGSs, we will give you in-game progress. And it's like, yes! What? Yes! Yes! Okay. Maybe I'm going to reinstall Arena. I have like 250,000 gold, 20,000 gems, hundreds and hundreds of wild cards, 8 draft tokens, the cards from tons of sets that I built up when I was happily playing Arena. Like, I'm vibing right now. I'm just feeling like, yo, are they making choices that are actually better for Magic right now? They're getting less greedy with Arena. They're connecting it into actual stores. They're bringing Pioneer by the end of the year or whatever. And it's like, okay, so a bunch of the criticisms I have about Arena are going away. I'm surprised. And there's a bunch of cool stuff coming. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, man. What up, Nathan? How am I doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm getting ready to go hang out with Mox, man. We're just chilling out, having a nice time. So yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it. And there have been times in the past where I started to get really negative, like in terms of my views of Magic, and it was all that I was really like laser beamed on. And I remember distinctly once standing in front of the camera and like recording a video, and then I just sighed and I went, I don't want to do this, man. And I was just like, this is not the content I want to be making, right? So right now, I just went, you know, I'm not interested in like all of the problems when there's a bunch of cool stuff coming. And it looks like there's a possibility to enjoy myself. The reality is, I point out a lot of flaws with the game. I'll continue to do so, I'm sure. I'm not going in ultra fanboy mode where everything is glowingly positive no matter what happens. I don't think I have that in me. But it's like the whole, there's a bunch of different layers to it, man. There's a bunch of different things going on that maybe I'll explain more in the future, because there's always other things outside of the channel that are going on in real life that influencing me, like losing the store owner. Like, he sold the store and now he's gone, and like almost all of the tethers that connected me to that place have been severed, and the nature of my relationship with Magic has changed. And I got caught up in that whole like, yo, I'm worried Magic won't be here down the road because they're making decisions that are really bad. I'm not going to be able to enjoy it. But my concern about being able to enjoy Magic in the future was so great that it's actually stopping me from enjoying it the same way now. Like, bro, you're worried about not being able to enjoy it in the future. You brought that future to today by spending so much time focused on that. It's like, how much has to be fixed before you're allowed to go and enjoy yourself, right? Like, I stopped looking at spoilers. Like, I just, not intentionally, I wasn't like, I'm not gonna look at spoilers. I just realized, I'm like, I'm not excitedly looking at new cards the same way I was. And like, it was a comment from my buddy as well, where he's talking, he's like, yo, there's this Pokemon YouTuber, and he's so jacked about Pokemon. He's like how you used to be with Magic. Like, and I'm just like, yeah, he's right. Like, for real. I used to just be having fun, man. I got a painting of myself on the wall here from Bud Cook when I did a video talking about the progression from Village Rites and Village Cannibals, right? Like, I've done a lot of things over the years, and I've been banging the gong of fix the game. We got a lot of problems, but I need to enjoy myself more. I need to view things more positively, because I have a negative skew, not just towards Magic, but overall, generally in life right now. And it's like, it's an unhealthy imbalance that requires, you know, reworking how I think and handle a bunch of different things. So that's the way things go. And part of it is going, this is my biggest hobby that I enjoy the most. And the last thing I want to do is so get focused and hung up on the problems that I literally can't enjoy one of my favorite things. Like, I ruin it for myself, because there's tons of other games and things I play where I don't pay attention to any of the problems. I'm just like, I'm going to enjoy what I want. I know nothing about the company that makes it. So that's the vibe I'm currently riding on, you know? Callaway, you're losing your love for Commander? Hey, I feel you, bro. Like, these things wax and wane. You never know exactly what's going to influence 100%. And some of the stuff, I don't know, man. Like, I get mired in nostalgia for the old days of stuff as well. So there's all these different layers to it. Magic means, like, probably too much to me, you know, if I'm being honest, right? I say to people, you should never invest yourself too deeply into things outside yourself because it'll mess you up, right? Like, connecting with other people on a deep level makes more sense than connecting with objects and movies and all, but whatever, we're humans and we do what we do, right? We were never meant to have all this stuff. We're just random animals and it's all here. So our brains are weird. It works how it works. And yeah, I just built up tons and tons of years of memories of Magic, and like there's just so much joy I derive from it still. Like, for real, my cube, bro, my cube. I'm bringing the cube to play with Mox, man. He's never played the cube, and I was legit sitting there going, okay, what am I gonna do? Like, I've got the cube ready in the bag, and I'm like, okay, hold on, did I put in those cards from the Commander Master Draft? And I'm like, I didn't. So I pulled them all out, sleeved them up, spread them around, and then I went, okay, am I gonna take the full cube bag, or am I gonna condense it down to this size so that we have like a smaller cube to play with and it's more concentrated goodness? And it's like, no, just give them the experience of like how it is with the whole thing. Just bring the whole thing. So I'm bringing the whole cube. I've got it bagged up, ready to go by the door. Like, I am fucking stoked. Just like, yo, I love playing Magic. Cube is the best. Playing with people who like I've been playing forever too. Moxman's been around forever, right? So, you know, we got a ton to talk about. There's our shared love of Magic. There's our fact that we both make YouTube videos and do all this stuff. So it's a bunch of goodness. Dominic, you think I need to play the game more with friends to enjoy it? Yep, absolutely right. I need to play more Magic. I need to enjoy more Magic, right? I just got caught up. I got caught up in all of that. And I am seeking balance now. It's all good. It is what it is. It's real easy to just kind of slip into auto mode and not even notice, right? Like, it's just, you just write down ideas for videos and stuff and you just flow with what you're vibing on. And then after a while you realize, this isn't working for me. I'm going to switch this up, right? There was that time where I actually stopped making Magic content altogether. I was like quitting Magic, or so I thought. I was livid. I was livid. The condition of the game was at an all-time low. The LGS owner was getting squeezed by Wizards' terrible policies. It was all just awful, and it was driving me crazy. So I was like, yo, I'm quitting. And then I was like, I'm going to sell off all my stuff. But as I'm sorting through my cards to sell them, I'd find some cool foil and be like, yo, I got to put this in my cube. And then I'd be like, no, you're selling the cards, right? Like, we're done. And so I don't know how many times I had to do that, like go through that experience over and over before my brain went, wait. We've got some serious cognitive dissonance here where you're going, we're quitting Magic, I hate this, but you still love the cards and want to play with the cube and add to it. So how do we reconcile this? And that's when it finally went, oh, wait, you can really dislike what the company is doing, hate what they're doing, be angry about it, want change, and still love playing the game and just worry about your cube and all that, right? So that's when I decided, okay, never mind, I'm not quitting Magic. And I mean, I wasn't quitting then. It was more akin to like a freak out temper tantrum. I was mentally unstable then as well. There was a lot going on like in the actual real world outside of Magic. That's a sliver of reality. So that was during the most difficult time in my life. So you layer that in, and there was just more of an emotional, like, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But ultimately, I realized I love Magic. I'm never going to stop playing Magic. There's no chance of that. There's no chance I'm just going to be like, I am done with this game. I've been playing it for decades. I love it. And Cube is like, it's an immune to Wizards format in that they can never put anything into it, ever. Right? Like, the cube is you design it yourself. There are different kinds of cubes. People have draft cubes, which I think are cool, but I never have 8 people, and the whole getting it all ready for draft and stuff is not feasible for me. The regular non-draft style cube is how I do it. I've got a video posted on the Historian on how to make a cube if you want to. It's genuinely the most enjoyable way to play Magic that there is. And once you build a cube, once you've played a cube, you want to build one. Like, I feel very strongly that Moxman is probably going to be like, yo, I like this concept. I'm going to slap one of these together too, especially considering how busy his life is. When you recognize the convenience of the cube, it's always ready to go. Only one person has to have it with them. The power level issues are completely solved by the fact that everybody has access to the same cards through random distribution. So power will be randomly, like the equilibrium won't be perfect, but there's no disparity in equal access. You know what I mean? It's like anybody could get the juice. We're all playing that. It also removes a lot of the ego lock issues that people have for decks they've built themselves versus somebody else's deck they built themselves. It's just luck of the cube. Like there's a lot of things on top of the genuine gameplay. All your land drop problems are solved. You get to play with every epic card you've ever wanted to. Like, bro, the cube is nothing but juice. It's everything you want it to be. And people make all kinds of different variations. There are popper cubes, cubes based on particular sets, right? Like, I love cube. It's like a virus. The inventor of Double Strike and his buddies picked the cube concept up from somebody in Toronto. I picked it up from them like decades ago now. It's got to be 15, 20 years ago. So I had a cube that I built up over time. And then that cube went away. I got rid of that. Like, I had to sell off a bunch of the actual good cards. And then ultimately I ended up with a channel cube where everything in the cube is stuff that I've got from you guys, either by like people sending me cards or sending stuff through the like stores PayPal and I get cards there. Whatever it is, the stuff ends up in the cube. So that's all that's in the cube. And there'll be some proxies that I've ordered of like Ancestral Recall, Black Lotus, all the stuff that like nobody would ever be hooking me up with that I want in the cube for power level, right? Like it's epic. Astrid says, I'm trying to say, before this news that's making you so amped, there was an article of self-reflections from market responses for each set's releases, Boo-Boo supporting the whole screams they're trying to show they care. Oh, you're saying that like other people noticed that it looks like Wizards is stepping up their attempts to show that they actually care? Well, fair enough, man. Fair enough. That's, I mean... Oop. I'm trying to read the screen and drink from the root beer, and it's too much for me, bro. I got too much going on. I can't move my mouth hole the right way. Moxman covered it. Oh, okay. Okay, goes back to 2006. Now I understand. All right, thanks for the clarification. There you go. There you go. So yeah, man, Cube's the best. Cube is like, yeah, ultimate, man. Habanero, Habanero sharing the Cube link. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. That's useful. All right, Astrid. You are Lord of the Board. Palermo, you bought Barks earlier because of me. Well, you're not the only one. Cheers to that. Moxman also, he texted me earlier going, yo, or was it text? No, that was when he called me, wasn't it? Yeah, that was on the phone call. Or was it a text? No, it was a text. Or a phone call. Who cares? Well, that doesn't even matter. I'm getting caught up on the part that doesn't matter. The mode of Cube... He told me by carrier pigeon and by one of those like Morse code. One of those, right? So, yeah, he was like, yo, they got bottles of Barks. You want some Barks? And I was like, sweet. And he said, there's cherry Barks too. And I said, no. That's spicy. There's spicy Barks. And yeah, I got that once. It's terrible. That was on the phone. Just so we're clear, I finally remembered. It was on the phone. It's important, people. I have to be truthful on the internet. I can't lie. I have to come clean. That part about the carrier pigeon was a lie. I've never, while I care about Moxman, I've never sent a carrier pigeon to him. He is also not a pig, even though that's part of the word pigeon. It's clever wordplay. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Tell your wives. And don't tell your children. I don't want them to know. You know what, Millmaster? Honestly, I started to read your comment and I just got to the, yo, why is it blurry? Why is it, look, man, I know he said bashful boys, but that's not me, man. All right, there we go. There we go. All I saw was bashful boys, and I'm like, nah, son, I don't need to know about the boy band you're assembling or whatever list you're trying to get on, because I ain't having none of it. This is the eve. This is the, you're witnessing, bear witness to the eve of greatness, the fucking crossover of the century. This is the best thing that's going to happen in all of your lives. If you've had children, their shitty births will pale in comparison to me and Moxman. Hatcher X Moxman destroying the fucking universe. That's what's going on. You don't even worry about feeding your kids tomorrow, because if you don't, there'll be nobody to call child services, because me and Moxman are about to blow up the fucking universe. And you can take that as a legal promise. If 2 days from now, the universe still exists, you can sue me because you still have children, all right? I said it on the internet. That makes it legally binding. Just saying. Just saying. We are going to destroy all known and unknown matter. All right? We're going to learn. It's so stupid. Can you dig it? Dominic, you've given up on constructed? Like in everything? Are we talking about just magic? Or let's get really extreme. Like Fraggle Rock. Pro dozer? Are you against the dozers? Like, how against constructed are you? Like, if it's constructed pillars and they're put together by the dozers, are you Fraggle Rock eating them? Are you fraggling their constructions? We got to dive deep on this, because, well, I mean, we don't have to, but whatever. Fraggle Rock, let's go. Come on, man. Come on. You're talking about your broken soul and how you've given up on constructed. How much have you given up on it? Fucking radish buildings? Fraggle Rock? What's it gonna be? Old man with the dog? Huh? References. Oh, that's funny. Millmaster, yup, standard as the focus. That would be a key idea, bro, for real. It's like, yo, it worked for 25 years. It worked for 25 years. I'm digging this Omen Path stuff, for real, for real. Like, the way they made it happen is so sloppy-doppy. Like, you just go, come on, bro. Come on, man. It's mega sloppy. Like, it's as about as sloppy as this crap is. And I'm just some rank amateur. So, you know what I mean? You look at it and go, come on, what y'all doing? That's some really slapped together nonsense. But the end result, the Omen Pass, where they're like, yo, we can just have anybody go anywhere. Fuck yes. Sign me up for that. Take this interesting character, have them go traipsing through multiple planes. About fucking time. We always just gotta stay in one fucking place. Well, I guess we're going to Innistrad for the third fucking time. Yo, can we hopscotch the fuck out of here, bitch? You know what I mean? I'm here for it, even if I have to do it in stupid muscle cards. Dominic says, I'm anti-Fraggle Rock Union. Oh, you'll fit in with Wizards, bro. You'll fit in with Wizards, right? Right in, that's what they did in Capenna. Damn evil unions. Fucking Fraggles. Them freeloaders. Them dozers are building buildings. They got an industrial society, and those dirty hippie Fraggles, man. Those dirty chooch smoking hippies. Oh, God. As soon as I said chooch, it made me think of that dude from the park. Now, this is a super old reference, so I don't know how many of you are around for that. But, like, I used to live stream out and about, and it led to a bunch of craziness. And the one time, this dude just, like, laser beams onto me, and he comes up to my stream, and he sees that I'm streaming or whatever, and he just starts talking to me like he's just in on it now. He's fucking here. He's a part of it. You know what I mean? And I'm rolling with it like, fuck yeah, buddy. You want in on this? What the fuck do I care? This is going to entertain people. You're a weirdo. So let's go. What do you got, weirdo? And then he starts like, he's like, yo, you chooching, bro? And I literally never heard that term in my life. I had no fucking idea what this guy was asking me. I'm like, oh shit, chooching. I do not know what this means. She's like, you chooching? But he pulled out like cigarettes, and I'm like, oh, sorry, man. I quit smoking tobacco. Because I quit smoking tobacco however long ago. But anyways, it was just like, he's trying to get me to smoke with him on my stream. It's this weird, like, he's trying to peer pressure me, but it's like, I don't know you. You can't fucking, like, you can't peer pressure me. I don't know you. It's strange to me that you walked up to my stream. But then somebody super chatted. And he saw the super chat on the stream and he asked what that was. And I'm like, oh, that's a super chat. Someone like just, did a $5 super chat. And like, as soon as he realized it was money, he went ape shit. He just started like yelling his email at the phone. This is my email. It was like, Jimmy's Garage 42. Send me money. Like, he was just chanting it at the phone. And it was thoroughly entertaining. Like, I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, holy shit. Like, any other time I encountered people on the streams, like, they would at most be like, hey, right? Like, nobody ever wanted to be on the stream, but this guy was like demanding money. It was amazing. And then after the stream ended and I was walking home, I saw him and he was just out, like, he was hassling people for money. And I'm like, oh, never mind. Okay, it all adds up. Like, he's literally going around, give me money. And then he just sees me and is like, I'm getting in on whatever this is. And it's like, that's wild, man. That's wild that you just do that. It's wild. Red Death, yeah, legit. The Ikoria being slated in meant we totally didn't get Wild of Eldraine 2. Wizards were like, yo, we got to do a Godzilla tie-in. And so they went, yoink, Throne of Eldraine 2. Godzilla doesn't fit. He literally doesn't fit. And they're like, how do we make him fit? Well, we got a world called Ikoria that we haven't really done anything with. It's barely anything. And it's like, yank it forward. And it's like, okay, but what about Throne of Eldraine 2? Take all the crap you were going to put that and somehow shove it in Throne of Eldraine, shove it in Ikoria and make it tie into Godzilla. And they went, and then they went, how do we make this tie into Godzilla? And someone went, layer behemoths. And nobody went, yo, there's like 4 big creatures in the set that don't work. You know? Like, for real. It was ill-fated from the start. And then you have the contradictions between the cards in the set and the written story. And like, Ikoria was a complete mess. Just an absolute debacle. And man, I am in a very positive mood towards Wizards because I'm not yelling this in an angry rant. Look at me. Oh, hey. Nathan says, put $5 in your pocket for next time you see him. Oh, Lord. I hope to never see Choocher again in my life, bro. Never again. I hope to never get to... what am I doing here? Sorry. That is a larger amount. I can't wipe Astrid off the board. That would be rude. That would be remiss of me. Apologies, Astrid. You remain and always were Lord of the Board. Oh, Super Chad says, no, what I'm really trying to say is you shouldn't give in. Them screaming promising products can't stop your rant. Keep whipping to stay in line. Oh, I feel you. Well, don't worry, man. I'm not turning into some hardcore Magic promoter. I'm just going to enjoy myself. I'm going to go where the winds blow, man. You think that if they drop another Magic 30, I'll just be like, oh, bro, $1,000 a pack? I was wondering, Wizards, I hope your taint's unshaved because, oh, bro, I want to taste the salty skin of your taint, Wizards of the Coast. Like, for real, man. Can we be real? How long you been watching me, bro? What do you think? They got me on some kind of serum or something? Come on, man. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Nathan's membership message says, also, I have this fancy comment tonight, too. 26 months as a member on Hatcher? Damn, man. I appreciate the dedication. This is like, I got 3 channels, and you're over here as a member for over 2 years. And that means you got a fat member and one of them fun little top hatcher icons too. I dig it. Is Luca the villain the hero? Yeah. Fella, I mean, Luca was nebulously used, obviously, in the first story. At first, it's like, he's a good guy. Oops, now he's a bad guy right at the end because reasons. And then it's like, here you go. Here you go. Reasons. He's a bad guy. And then they bring him back and they're like, we don't know what to do with him. Okay, turn him into a meat sack and end him. Throw him away. Luca was garbage the entire time. Poor guy. The biggest disservice, the biggest loss for Luca in that situation was the fact that based on the cards and the Bonder concept, which I suppose, let's backtrack a minute to Eldraine 2. So the first Eldraine is man versus the wilds. Okay, so you've got like a couple of things going on at the same time. Hey, Ned the Barbarian, 10 at your memberships. Thanks, buddy. Jugglum, VT, Plaid. Oh, Carly, nice. Plague, Mitchell, David J, Beaumont, Nate, Hogue. Yeah, nice. Nicely done, Ned. That's fantastic. That's fun. That's fun. Welcome to hatchlingness. I don't have a proper saying ironed out for that one yet. This is all more of a work in progress. But check it out. It's pretty sweet that I got that. From now on, for the live streams, we'll have the banner in the background so you know what channel that we're on. So, I guess, since we're talking about lore and you never know who's passing by wherever, just so you know, I got 3 channels. I got a lore channel, Fantasy Geographic, where I do Magic the Gathering lore. So I cover new Magic lore. So, for example, I'm going to be covering the Wilds of Eldraine stuff once I'm done hanging out with Moxman and all that. So a little later this month, I'll be dropping Wilds of Eldraine stories like nothing over there. I've got old school lore over there as well, like the original Brothers War, like the original storylines, hours and hours of videos for real. It's fucking banger lore. Awesome stories. Well, I mean, banger lore for Magic. You know, let's be real. This isn't the fucking Wheel of Time we're dealing with here. But for Magic, it's banger lore. And I did a fucking good job with it. And Carly, good job editing it. So those are good videos. So that's over on Fantasy Geographic, right? But the situation with Wilds of Eldraine went like this. The original world is you've got Oko. And Oko shows up. And he's the villain, right? He's there to cause problems. But not like... Oko isn't like super malicious. Oko's really powerful, but also fucking kind of pathetic. Like in terms of his neediness, his weakness of character. Like he hates royalty, right? And so he wants to get at royalty. And he has no problem using people. He's so petty. I can't respect Oko. He's powerful, but I can't respect him, right? So you've got Oko, who manages to use magic to subvert Garruk in the original Wilds of Eldraine. And then you've got the Kenrith twins. And this is before they become planeswalkers. So they don't have their sparks ignited. So you've got all that going on. And in the backdrop, you have the world of Eldraine. And this is your fantasy world with your gingerbread men, your witches. We're talking like fairy tale stories, right? And a lot of fun, honestly. Wilds of Eldraine delivered on a whole bunch. Why am I keep calling it Wilds of Eldraine? Throne of Eldraine. I keep saying Wilds of Eldraine. Understand, we've been talking about Throne of Eldraine, the first Eldraine set. Wilds of Eldraine is coming. So, the first Throne of Eldraine delivered on like story stuff. It did a good job. We got the whole Eldraine vibe, and the concept was you had man versus nature, right? Like the elves and the wild. Like the wilds were overall the group, but they were basically represented by the elves. And then you had the kingdoms of man that had instilled order upon a certain part of the world and had their rules. So it was just this part of the world that mankind had carved out for themselves versus all of nature, the wilds, all of magic kind, all that kind of stuff. So Oko came in and turned High King Kenrith, who was the leader of all the human kingdoms, turned him into a deer and caused havoc in the kingdom because he's got fucking daddy issues. And Oko's a joko, bro. With his like super low cut, bro, you better believe I don't shapeshift with any pubes. You know what I mean? Like, he's too ridiculous in that regard. But anyways, so yeah, you had the original idea that was like that, where there was going to be a massive war. Oko had transformed Kenrith into a massive stag, and the elves were going to do a special ritual hunt of that stag, not knowing it was Kenrith. And then they actually ended up doing the hunt, ended up killing Kenrith. But then the questing beast had imbued a sword with like basically the ability to restore life. So they ended up using that to restore Kenrith to life. And like that, the whole shit with Kenrith is wild. The Kenrith twins, bro, they are the twin children of an evil witch who ensorcelled King Kenrith. He ate some of her food because he's an idiot, right? He ate some of her food. She ensorcelled him, and then she used him to get with child. And then after the children were born, she had Kenrith take his newly born twin children, drain their blood into a bucket. Like, for real. This is magic, bro. This happened in magic, right? Drain their blood into like a bucket, for real. And like, that's when Kenrith's wife, because Kenrith was married, him and his wife set out on an epic quest that was bestowed upon them by the questing beast. And the questing beast bestowed on each of them a blade that would restore their life once, right? So what happened is Lady Kenrith, she went and used her blades, like magic, to bring the two little Kenrith babies who had been drained of blood back to life. And she broke the spell on Kenrith with like true love's kiss magic, right? Because boom. So then he realized what had happened, and he took his sword and drove it through the witch's skull and whipped her down the well. It's like, whoa! So epic, man. So epic. So later when Kenrith died, they take that blade out of like the well and use it to bring him back. And like throughout the story, it's hinted about the Kenriths being like a witch's kid. Like the one really knowledgeable scholar basically calls them hex-blooded or something like that. It's so cool. And then when they find the fuck out that their mom was a witch who made their fucking dad kill them and drain their blood, and then they were brought back through like the magic of the blade, it's too much for them. They have a twinned planeswalker spark, so they share a planeswalker spark, and planeswalker sparks only occur in super rare individuals, and they only ignite under particular like circumstances, usually extreme duress. And so the experience of learning that their mother wasn't their mother was an evil witch who got a sword through the skull and didn't even want him. She was literally having Kenrith pour the blood into their... The well was to make a well of youth. She was going to drink her own baby's blood to like... Oh, it's so epic, bro. It's so epic. So then we were going to get Wild of Eldraine 2, where it was like, okay, now the wilds have been quelled, but now the mankind is actually getting on the side of the wild. So now the wilds are back up, but now we've got mankind with them too. So that's what turned into the Bonders for when they actually scrapped Eldraine 2. They went, well, we've got a bunch of dudes with like wild creatures and they look like them. What do? Oh, we'll call them Bonders, right? And so that was the idea. The idea was they'll be Bonders. And Bonders, we were told, are people who bond with creatures, right? So you get some crazy like dragon monster, or actually a better example is Luca. Luca got this tiger that had like red and white stripes. So Luca like striped his hair to match the tiger. Like they'll literally dye like their hair and change their appearance to look like their animal companion. There is a bond there, and it's magically created. But Bonder magic on Ikoria, it's a phenomenon that's not understood. It just automatically happens to different individuals. And so what happened that really like ruined the Ikoria storyline was we were shown the cards first, and we were shown artwork that like you know what? I think let me get the cards for this, because I feel like seeing it will really drive home the frustration that this made me feel, because it was like, okay, what was it? What are they even called? Well, you know what? Let's just grab Luca's probably sufficient. All right. Okay, yeah, that'll do. That will definitely do. All right. Okay, now let me just pop the image in so you guys can see it. Bum, bum, ba, da, bum. Okay, a lot of clicking to do. There he is. Okay, so you've got Luca, right? And this is like how the Bonders were presented to us. Like, take a look at the tiger that he has with him. Take a look at his face. Could they make it any more obvious? This was originally the concept for the second Throne of Eldraine set, right? But repurposed as Bonders, it works fine. It honestly works fine. If they had delivered what we had been promised, then it would have worked out just fine. But what happens instead is we see these cards where Luca is shown clear. Like, there's another one. Oh, what's that one called? It's got connection in the name, I think. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, this one's even more like... It's... Yeah, this is... I wish I'd picked this one first. It's even better. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, this is what needs to be on the screen. This is what needs to be on the screen. All right? I feel like you saw the other one, right? And you see this one, and like, don't you just feel kinship between them? Didn't they do a good job of expressing to you that these guys are connected? Don't they feel connected? Right? Like, I felt like it. I was like, wow, okay. All right, cool. I'm curious about what's going on with this. What's going down? So then I bought the ebook of the story, and I read it. And the way it started out is you're like, okay, so Luca's a Coppercoat. He is an important member of the Coppercoats. The Coppercoats are the guardians of the main human city in Ikoria. Ikoria is a nightmare for humans because there's all kinds of creatures that are constantly mutating and changing form, and they're super dangerous, and they're all these different hybrid insanity creatures, right? So, like, it is unsafe to say the least. You have this city of Dranith that he's a part of protecting, which is located on the ground and is like a fortified castle style place. You have another place that's located essentially behind like a lava waterfall, just like trying to make itself inaccessible. And then you have another place that's inaccessible in that it's a literal floating air city that people live in, but it can be detached and fly off in all kinds of different directions because it's just a bunch of smaller things cobbled together into a giant floating city. There's a bunch of cool concepts there, right? So Luca's not fully in charge, but close to in charge of defending the city. At this point, he's kind of lower ranking, but he's dating the daughter of the guy who's in charge of everything. And the guy who's in charge of everything isn't promoting him because of like, yo, you're dating my daughter. He's promoting him because Luca is genuinely competent, right? So Luca's job is to keep the city safe. Now, one of the laws in the city is being a bonder is illegal, right? Because monsters in Ikoria are unpredictable and dangerous. Bonders connect with the creatures, and so they'll harbor them. You know what I mean? It's like you'll just be like, okay, no, this is a danger, and you're keeping it here with us. No, we can't have that kind of thing. So, like, I love the way they did this. Honestly, I loved the way it was written. A lot of it. And we'll get to the point where the author actually asked if Wizards, yo, can I do this differently? Like, for real? than what you guys were saying. And they were like, no, you have to do it this way. So we have a situation where you such a waste. It's such a waste of such good potential. You have Luca, he goes out, right? He's leading his copper troops out into the city because there's a disturbance. Now the disturbance is actually this cat. It has gotten trapped in the city because it's injured. So it's landed in some somewhat abandoned area. But there are people nearby who are like, there's a problem. So, he sent out to investigate what could be out there. And the cat comes out and just tears apart a couple of members of Luca's squad. Like, ends people under Luca's command, which creates incredibly interesting tension. Because while all this happens, at the same time that this cat is tearing up Luca's troops, he has this unsettling sensation as bonding magic blasts between them, and they're connected for no understandable reason. So now, all of a sudden, Luca is bonded with this beast. He can sense it, right? He can feel its existence now. On top of that, it's just slaughtered 2 men under his command, and he's now a criminal. He's now violating the law of the city that he's meant to protect. This is a very interesting, intense position to find yourself in. From like, whoa, check out the story. What's going on? He's got a lot at stake here, right? Like, this isn't going to be something that's easy to hide. Look at the size of the beast, right? So you're like, whoa, okay, cool. Look at this artwork, right? What does your brain say? What does your brain say? Your brain says, wow, what a great way to start things off. We're going to get to this point where they connect. They become friends because we see them like this, right? Like where it's like, even if you consider this tentative, this looks more like straight up, yo, I'm feeding you, bro. Like, it doesn't look very tentative to me. Hand feeding this giant beast seems tentative. I don't know. Do you know, like, it's not. So it's repurposed artwork. The name doesn't fit the vibe. It feels friendlier to me overall, right? It's like, yeah, we're friends, bro. It's all good. I mean, he doesn't actually have food in his hand, but that's the vibe it gives me. So I'm thinking what's going to happen is we're just going to progress to the point where they connect. And it's like, okay, now they're like friends and allies. And he's finally come to terms with the fact that, like, because he ends up losing his wife-to-be, losing his position in the city, having to flee as a fugitive, like fleeing from the Coppercoats and all this stuff. And so the cat ends up surviving, and it's like at a certain point then the cat just gets executed, right? But they never connect. They never actually become friends. None of this friendship happens. Luca never dyes his hair. He never looks like the cat. He never respects the cat. He's never sad that the cat dies. And you just go, well, this is like super, super, super unsatisfying. It's incredibly unsatisfying, like 100%. So that was, Luca was ordered to kill a threat. He chose to make a friend. Astrid, thanks for pointing out the flavor text. That's way more, that is not what happened in the story at all. They wrote the story, and that's not what it said in the story at all. At all. Right? It's so weird. It's jarring when you're invested in the game to the point where you look at everything and then go, yeah, and then just go, it contradicts. This doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't go. It doesn't work. Milman says it only makes sense if you don't think about it. Bro, I get so tweaked about things not making sense. I remember yelling yelling at the screen when we were watching, what was that? Gantz. Gantz is such an aggravating show. It's genuinely aggravating. Where you're like, you pose some really cool questions. What is this crazy sphere with this dude in it that gives people weaponry and this alternate reality where their lives are on the line because they've lost their lives somehow, but they can win it back, and they have crazy technology, and there's alien beings, but then the aliens just walk up and go, green onions. And you're just like, what? And then they're like, a whole bunch of the time, the guys in the shows just go, I don't know what to do. And I'm just sitting there literally yelling at the screen, just shoot! Just fucking shoot! Like, I got so mad. I got so mad about Gantz. Like, genuinely mad. It tweaked me. I'm like, there's nothing here. How dare you get me interested? How dare you get me interested and tantalize me with something interesting? And like, how dare you unzip my pants, pull my dick out, just get me hard, and then just let go and like lay on the floor going, hey, hey. That's not fair to me, man. You got to finish what you started. It's not fair. It's not fair. VT, yeah. It goes nowhere. It went nowhere. Poor Carly. I was yelling so much at the TV. She would just be like, stop, calm down. Just calm. Because I was raging, man. It drove me crazy. The manga is insane and answers your questions? Okay, that's good to know. I tried watching the, 3D animated version, and at first, I was like, oh, look, like, unlike Gantz, the show we watched, stuff is happening in this movie. And then I just went, oh, that's how I could describe it. Stuff is happening in this movie. I couldn't tell you a fucking thing that happened in the Gantz movie. I went, hey, they're doing stuff. And then I was just like, it seemed like you did things all movie. I remember none of it. What the fuck is wrong with Gantz? What happened? How did I get interested in something that's just dog shit? How? Oh, just awful. Just awful. Just look at it and go, what? Who decides what to adapt into what? And why do they make it awful? Like, why are good things... How are they able to put good names on terrible things? Like the Wheel of Time. Like the Wheel of Time. Good Lord. Awful. Just awful. If I ever get into reviewing, like, shows, TV shows and movies and stuff, one day... I will end up talking about the little foray I made into Wheel of Time. I will never watch all of them. That's not going to happen. I watched one full episode and 10 minutes of the second. And that's more than most humans are able to... most people can't endure that. It's just awful. Well, I guess I should say most people could because they don't know Wheel of Time. So if you don't know Wheel of Time, you just be like, okay, whatever. Some lady jumped in a lake, and then that's her Riverdale boyfriend Archie there, right? He's like this. So this show's about her, and that's Archie, her boyfriend. I get it. Okay, yup. Oh, and check it out. This lady who can summon spaghetti in the air. She's got some kind of like Asian sex servant guy with an Asian butt, and like there's a lot of old ladies who fight trolls. I got you. I'm like. Yeah, I see. Like this is some out there like Game of Thrones level stuff, man. Intriguing. Intrigue me more. My favorite part of the Wheel of Time was going back through all 12 books, getting super hyped up, like to the point where I had Carly ready to watch the first episode with me. Let's go. Like I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped. And then we put it on, and then they started with Egwene's rite of passageway where they threw her in the river, and I was just like, oh, okay, well I don't remember this, but that's fine, whatever, who cares? This is something. And then she got back to like the bar, and it says like everyone's cheering for her, and I'm like, okay. And then it's just like, then I saw Rand, and I was like, and how they were treating him right away, I was like, okay. And then I saw Matt, and I'm like, Matt, and then I saw Matt's dad and how they treated him, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I saw Perrin, and I saw his strong blacksmith wife, and how she hated him, and how he just tried to hug her, and I was just like, hey, okay. Saw this stuff, and I'm like, I'm just watching, just going, I'm not gonna say anything. I wonder what Carly thinks about this. And like 10 minutes in, she's never said this about anything ever, like, or even remotely close to it. I've never heard her utter a phrase similar to this, except for Wheel Time. She just turned to me because I'm like, I literally just done 12 books of this, and we're watching this absolute dog shit, and she thinks that like, this is something Mike really likes. So she just wanted to understand. She turns to me and she said, because I haven't said anything. I didn't criticize it. I literally kept my mouth shut. I just watched it because I was like, this is abysmal. But I'm just going to see what Carly thinks of it. And she turned to me like 10 minutes in and she said, why does this show hate men? And I just said, I don't know. It was it. And I was so amazed because I was like, I've never seen a show that screams it harder in my life, son. It was astounding. All of it. The land thing, by then I was just like, and the old ladies and the Trollocs, I was like, holy shit, this is like comedy now, bro. I can't even. All of it. There's so much character assassination, and I'm like, I guess Fail can just like eat a bag of dicks. Doomblade! Super Chat says, didn't I predict Jurassic Park a while ago? I think you might have. It's possible. It's definitely possible. By the way, got new headphones so I can have uninterrupted ultra high def Hatcher Entertainment Network eggs. Oh, let me give you some fat bagocks for your ears. Some fat bagok cacks. Bagok! 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 Oh my God. Bam. Moxman! Oh, don't forget swim trunks. Okay, I was wondering about that. I was like, okay. Because when I used to wander around live streaming, I had to wear long sleeve shirts. Because I asked the doctor, I'm like, yo, what's going on with my skin? What's this rash? And he's like, you're on the sun too much, dude. You gotta cover up. And I was like, oh. So I had to start wearing long sleeve shirts. So now, when I want to go to the pool and be out in the water in an outdoor pool or any of that, Carly's like, here, I got you a sun shirt. I went to the pool one time and there was these little girls. And the little girl was like, she was saying to her mom, she's like, that guy's wearing a shirt in the pool. And I went, hey, this is a swimming shirt, little girl. Look, it says Calvin Klein. I mean, when she gave me it, I looked at it and I'm like, it's all silvery. And it says Calvin Klein on it. And I feel like a douche in it. I feel like a douche whenever I wear it. It's so fucking pretentious and stupid. It's a shirt with SPF factor that I have to wear because I have a pathetic fucking anti-sun body. So I wear this fucking stupid douchebag shirt with Calvin Klein emblazoned on the chest and feel like a plug. But I wear it. So look, behold, look, I look like they grafted somebody else's fucking head on this body. Do you see this pure fucking pale whiteness, bro? It must be protected. So I have this fucking shirt and this little girl starts talking shit. She's like, he's wearing a shirt in the pool. That's against the rules. I said, this is a swimming shirt. That makes it swimming gear and you're a bully. I was yelling at her because she was in the shallow end and I was in the deep end. And she was laughing, but I was like, you're a bully. I called her that too when she was leaving the pool. I was like, you are a bully. And I know you're a bad person. Don't go on the internet, you internet bully. That kid was probably 6. She was talking to her mom and I yelled at her across the pool. Fuck you, you little bitch. This is my swimming shirt. Fucking, this cost me money. My wife, I'll have you know, my wife wasted my hard-earned money on a pathetic Calvin Klein swim shirt. That's my life. Am I wearing it in the outro? Hold on, I gotta die for a second. No, that's not it. Well, you know what? You'll get to see it in the vlog. Tune in, guys. Grease up your... Wait a minute. Grease up your anticipation and no part of your body for the vlog that's coming out. Nothing sexual. That made me think... The Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode where they made the flyers that are supposed to be biceps. They just look like dicks. And they put nothing sexual, like nothing screams the opposite. Like saying nothing sexual. Oh, I'm gonna pass out. Oh man. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Carly, don't even. Now you're like, you didn't have any other kind unless you want me to order online. I didn't bring it up till now, did I? It's almost like I'm playing it up because we're on the internet. If I actually cared that much, do you think I care? Do you think I care what, like, sun shirt I have to wear? Give me one that doesn't say Calvin Klein so I don't feel self-conscious. That's not a thing. I don't actually feel self-conscious in it. I don't give a shit. I don't care. You've heard the things I yell. I don't care about that shit. Yo, I yell insane things and I'm a ridiculous human, but having Calvin Klein on my chest is too much for me. Come on. Come on. I cared what that kid said about me. Well, that little bitch was talking shit. Fuck her, man. She don't want to fucking talk to her mom. She's trying to tattle. Yeah, you're right. I got to draw the line somewhere. I did. I drew the line. I fucking told her. I'm not having it. I can fucking hear you. I can hear you, you little skank. You think I can't fucking hear you? Mommy, that man's wearing a shirt. I paid for this shirt to swim in, little girl. What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Oh, God. Okay, guys, so we're going to start a counseling fund. Papa needs fucking counseling, a lot of it. The fuck is wrong with me? Bo Falcon, oh, it's the dick-armed one on each cheek hippo. Wow, look at this, man. Look at how beautifully white and like, I got the fucking hands of an aristocrat. Look at that. Supple, beautiful, uncalloused, strong, destructive, powerful. This fucking face is red and orangish and leathery and haggard. Just look at what living with Carly does to you, man. You know? Hey, I'm gonna smile. Hey, does it look like this part of my face is being used for the smile? Now I'm gonna look fucking angry or confused. I wonder what's happening a lot. I wonder why I look like this. Hey, look at when I smile. Oh, it actually fucking goes away. Oh, so what do I spend most of my life doing? What has fucking life done to me? There's a fucking goddamn permanent crease from just trying to understand life. And Carly, look at this. There's a fucking axe dent in my head from the stress of existence. I need therapy. Therapy for me. And actually Botox. That's easier. If we can just erase the ravages, then I can hide the damage in my soul through comedy. And if I keep you guys laughing, you won't know how broken I am inside. Well, I mean, I do yell at kids. I guess you do know. Oh, shit. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh. Oh, I do like fucking around. But I do need to top up this drink. I'll be right back, my friends. There you go. Enjoy that on your fucking new headphones, bro. Enjoy that shit. Cram that in your ear. Oh, wow. That little bitch. Talking shit about my shirt. Ooh, chocolates. Yum. All right. Root beer acquired. Hello, citizens. Citizens of Insano Town, which is a terrible name, so that's definitely not my town. I don't know why you guys live there. Damn, I'm extra ridiculous tonight. I'm in a good mood, though. Honestly, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. It's been a lot of stuff that's happened in life as of late that didn't feel that good. Wasn't that great. But, you know, not feeling it tonight, man. Not feeling, actually, haven't been really feeling it at all today. So, it's been nice. I'm glad you guys are here to have a nice chill time with me, because that's how it's been feeling. I know that, you know, it's fun. The angry rants are fun too, but I don't really feel like angry ranting. I don't have much that's like setting me off at this moment. That's for sure. Doomblade! What do I think the Brothers' War would be like if the roles were reversed? Like if Urza was Phyrexian instead of Mishra? I mean, that's an interesting question, actually. Thanks for the super chat, big boy. Well, Mishra and fucking Urza have different natures, right? So, if the roles were reversed, I mean, Urza would probably be hosed, right? Because he doesn't have the people skills to build up his own kind of army in the first place. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even think it could work in reverse, really. You know, ultimately. But Urza's sensibilities would merge better with the Phyrexians than Mishra. That's part of what makes Urza more interesting against the Phyrexians, I'd say, is the fact that you've got that like duality where they're more similar than like, you know, because Urza's like awkward around people and precise and more interested in machinery and like constructs, I should say. And Mishra is like more gregarious. He's more of a people person. It's a different kind of vibe. He still cares about constructs, but yeah, it would be a different vibe. I don't think that, and like if you actually reverse the roles, you'd have a completely different vibe if Mishra became the Planeswalker, because I don't think he would spend any time trying to bring Urza back. I think he would probably try and destroy the Phyrexians, but not worry about trying to bring Urza back or any part of that. So he might actually end up more mentally healthy, you know? Because there is also the influence of the Power Stones that would lead to wanting to face down the Phyrexians, but Urza's mind's like broken and him missing his brother, right? Because he was the older brother. So there's a different dynamic at play between them. That's a pretty interesting question, buddy. And something I honestly never really contemplated. So that's a good one. I like that. What up, Kodak? And also, what's up to people who came in the stream? And I didn't say hello to all of you guys. I'm rambling and whatever. I don't always see your names, but know that you're welcome here. Daddy's glad you're here. So, I see you even if I don't see you. VT, you're just, all right, man. You got it all sorted out. That works. What up, Gut? How you doing, buddy? How you doing, my man? It's a nice chill Sunday night. Looking forward to hanging out with Moxman and having a good time. It's going to be fun. And it makes me happy to know that the last video I put out is just good time stuff. So, leaving on a nice fun note as well. No, like, right now, I'm not wandering off to have fun with also, like, man, which magic was doing better, all this other stuff. It's like, yep. I'm going to just have a good time, not worry about it. Oh, God, sweet, buddy. That's dope, man. That's a fun way to spend some time. Oh, man. So yeah, there was a ton of stuff announced. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Got my barks. I got my cube ready to go. That's exciting. Putting more stuff in the cube is fun. Always like adding cards to that. Doomblade, the reason you had the thought is because what if Urza figured out a way to kill Yawgmoth's will and allowing the Phyrexians to be free? You're saying what if Urza, like, severed the connection between Yawgmoth and the Phyrexians? So that what, he could, like, take over? Or just give them their own freedom and supplant Yawgmoth as the new father of machines? Is that what you think? I mean, it's crazy. I guess the craziest thing now that I think about it is I haven't read the Thran yet. I was leaving it until I was going to do a video series like on the book, but I haven't actually read the like full-on events of the Thran. I can't remember if I did in the past, but I definitely haven't from the recent ones that I have, right? Like I have every Magic novel in existence, which gives Fantasy Geographic a leg up. I got all that. I've got a bunch of old magazines and comics, and I'm hoping to eventually get all the Inquest, Scries, Duelists, the comic books, all that, so I can like flesh out all that lore. And I've even dug up some really, really old obscure lore that you got to go into crazy nooks and crannies to find. There's some cool stuff out there. So I'm happy to be enthused about Magic again, because that means that I'm more jazzed up about the lore. I'm in the midst of an old school lore video right now about the Festival of Sorrow, but that's actually going to be shifted because we're going to be cranking a bunch of Wilds of Eldraine lore videos this month, and that can become next month's. But I might actually start to work on the Thran storyline, and then I'd get into the actual novel. John, oh, you finally gave me a clue. I've seen so many people say Redwall, but I had no idea what it was. And with one word, I didn't care enough to search because I was like, So it's a kid's book. It's a kid's book about, I'm guessing, mice doing stuff. Mice facing down bigger creatures and stuff. Yeah, man. I love like random old Magic lore. There's just something about it. What can I say? Somebody called me obsessed with Magic recently somewhere, and I was like, that's probably a pretty decent description, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. What can I say? I really like it. I'm looking forward to playing it too. Man, I wish that the proxies that I had ordered had already shown up so I could put even crazier like stuff for me and Moxman to play with. But the Hazezon that he sent me that I was using for Commander is in there. So who knows? That might turn up while we play. That'd be cool. Doomblade, have I thought about doing a what if channel? No, I hadn't. I haven't thought about making any other channels. If it's like a what if for like Magic lore and stuff, I feel like Fantasy Geographic would be a perfectly fine place for that, because it's like when I created it, if you'll note, it doesn't have Magic in the name. There only one channel has Magic in the name, right? Fantasy Geographic, actually, originally, when I dreamt up the name and the idea, it was, I was like, yo, what if you did videos about different Dungeons and Dragons creatures from the perspective of treat it like a nature special? You could start it out with some like fucking cheesy ass concept like close your eyes, and then when you open your eyes, like you're face to face with the thing that kills you, and it just explains, this is how the beholder killed you, and then it goes into like their ecology. Here's the mating habits. Here's where they live. Here's all the kind of stuff you would find obviously in like a monster manual or whatever, but laid out in a descriptive way, like we're talking about something that actually exists. And I was like, oh yeah, all right, Fantasy Geographic, that's what that would be. So I made the channel with that as the idea, but then I never made any of the videos because I don't have any of the books or any of it. So I was just like, well, I don't actually have any of the source materials, so I guess we'll just put that on the back burner for now. And then once I started making magic lore on this channel based off the novels and realized that it wasn't doing very well because it was getting buried under all the other content because I made it once a week, and like the other videos, people were watching those, and so this one was getting passed over by the nature of YouTube's algorithm. And so it had suggested, hey, you know, sometimes content doesn't work. You might want to give it a side channel and see if it can do its own thing. So that's how Fantasy Geographic like got the lore stuff on it. I went, well, what if I just move the magic lore videos over there and see how it goes? And it turns out it was a great idea because it separated it out and it made it easy for people who just want the lore to go and enjoy that, and that's all it is, and then this. So if it's alternate variations of lore where you make sure it's clear in the title, that doesn't feel like something that couldn't be there, you know? Not that it couldn't be another channel, just something I hadn't considered. They're like Mouse Camelot adventures. Okay, all right. Young adult fantasy more than kids. All right, Nathan, I guess it's got a special place in your heart. Fair enough. Figure like, yo, come on, man. Come on. Do I think that The Witcher could ever pop up in universes beyond, Tim? I mean, there's no real reason that I could think of that it like would be precluded. So, yeah. Right? I mean, it definitely is. They're going all the way out to space and whatever. Anything's, bro, they're doing like Clue crossovers and whatever. Everything's fair game now, I feel like. It's a different world. I totally get the vibe of going, yo, this doesn't feel like magic. I don't like it. Like the space set, muscle cars, that kind of stuff. An absolutely valid position to take. At the same time, Magic the Gathering's going to do it whether you like it or not. And ultimately, I'm the most interested in cards for my cube. I like magic lore. I like magic flavor. But that alone would never keep me in a game. It's not sufficient. I got to actually enjoy the game. And I want game pieces. So even if they put weird things on the card, I'm still going to get them so I can wail on my boys with them. The cube must be fed. Like a magic bestiary. Yeah, Millmaster, exactly. Exactly. Oh, Nathan, you never read it. All right, never mind. Never mind. What up, DJ Longhair? How you doing, bro? How's life treating you, man? Doomblade! What's going on? Because the Phyrexians could be perfect specimens for Urza to research. He even was sad about destroying them too, but it needed to be done. I wish some good ones could have survived. That would have been actually a funky twist, right? Actually having Urza with some good Phyrexians he had managed to subvert. I mean, like Xancha's Heartstone, he couldn't even really remove the corruption from that, right? So, yeah, that's a funky idea. That is definitely a funky idea. Yeah, and like maybe Phyrexia like stealing the Metathran from Urza. Making the Metathran was a pretty crazy thing to do, right? It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Shelton, am I bringing the tokens with the cube? It depends. If I have time to sit down and go through them all and pick out the specific ones that we'll need, then maybe. But at this point, I'm probably not going to have time for that. So that'll have to be the next time that I play the cube. I want to sleeve them up before use, you know, and they're not sleeved. So it's like, nah, they're too nice to not protect, bro. You feel me? You feel me? They're not the throwaway token inserts you get in regular boosters. They're special. Also got to decide what sleeves I'm going to use. Just be cool if I did best possible builds in each format. I mean, if formats I was playing, it would be more likely, I suppose. I don't know. Like deck tech and everything like that. I feel actually more interested in like making random decks or like combos that come together. I remember seeing Sandworm Converge and him being like, yo, imagine using this with Island Sanctuary. So I made a video talking about that and some cards you could use with it, and then just asking people like what decks they would build with it. That kind of stuff's more interesting. And the changes they're making to Arena, where it's like, yo, all right, and go and play in events, you get like Arena experience points and stuff. All right, I'll take that. That's sweet, man. That's sweet. I dig it. Kodak, you got a $50 token. That's a lot of money for a token, bro. What deck would I play for EDH? Well, I already did Hazes on. So, I don't know. Probably some other weird old, like, a card from Legends. Some strange one that people wouldn't expect, like Lady Evangela. I'd be like, what's up? I'm Lady Evangela. And it's like, yeah, this is a bad deck. It's not like comborific or filled with a bunch of good, like crazy powerhouse cards. Rolling. Just finished my last video. Glad to finally see some hype and magic. Hell yeah, bro. I'm feeling it. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, if I was just going to pick like a random legend without actually caring about the abilities, Sir Chandler. He's the best, man. He's the best. He's fucking 4/7, bro. He can fight Crawworms all by himself and survive. 1 green, 1 white, and 4/7. Vanilla, no abilities. He fights Crawworms and lives. I loved that, bro. I was like, whoa, this is just a dude, man. Dudes are tiny. Like the Prodigal Sorcerer is a fucking 1/1 dude, and that guy's like a wizard or whatever. You know, like a White Knight's a 2/2, and he's on the horse with mystical gear and shit. Like, what? So yeah, Sir Chandler, I was like, bro, this guy all by himself is 4/7. No wonder he's legendary. Crawworm's 6/4. So when they tussle, Sir Chandler barely lives. But he lives. And then you're like, yeah, I'll heal you up, bro. You're tough. You got to keep fighting for me. Fight them Crawworms, you beef boy. Oh, I love you. Daddy loves you. Kodak, do it up. Do it up, buddy. P.O. Box is listed in the channel description and in my video descriptions and stuff. It's easy to find. Are the Jurassic cards going to be specifically reprints or some new dinos introduced? They didn't specifically say dinosaurs. I feel like it's a given, but they're doing inserts, which means that means brand new, functionally unique cards. Some are bound to be dinosaurs, right? For real. So, yeah, you're getting new cards, and they're 99.9% guaranteed to be dinosaurs because unless the Jurassic World tie-in just has like, you got to do the glass bubble in the Jeep. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say 100% in case they're over there just going, right? And then it just ends up like, oh, oops, we put the wrong things. It's like, you lied to me. But yeah, I'd say it's most likely Jeremy. Hypnotic, I was actually going to say, like, standard business for Wizards to make all these cards. Oh, John, you read the terrible ebooks. Oh, I have the actual novels, bro. Like the physical novels for the Ravnica stuff. DJ Longhair, you don't gotta tell me, man. I know Lady Arc is 7/4, bro. I know. She has crazy artwork, too. It's all blue and red. There was a bunch of jank bag vanillas. I remember being so confused by like Tolsimir Wolf Blood, where I'm like, you cost more than the Juggernaut, and you're two different colors, but you have the same stats as Juggernaut. You suck. Same with Tobias Andrian. What? I gotta pay a blue, a white, and 3 for a 4/4 with no abilities? What? What was my favorite of the Transformers? I mean, Starscream, bro. Starscream was always hilarious to me. Always trying to take over, but like he wants to lead so desperately, but doesn't understand that he's fundamentally unfit to lead. And so that even if he were somehow to just go ahead and like take over, he doesn't have what it takes. He doesn't have what it takes at all. Right? So he could never take Megatron's place. And the fact that Megatron just allows him to live just makes Megatron look stronger, right? You don't just like, Megatron's an idiot for letting Starscream live. It's like, nah, he knows how whatever. Like, Starscream's a bungler. He's like, entertain your illusions, right? Every once in a while, Starscream will get the upper hand, but everything about him, the illusions of grandeur, you know, where he thinks he's amazing and he thinks he has what it takes, but nobody's really going to follow him. He doesn't have what it takes. He's ultimately just a joke. And it's great. It's great. How hard are the old magic books to find? I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Um, Depends. If you're just looking for ebook versions of them, you can find ebook versions of them now, a bunch of them. So that's pretty easy. Finding the physical books, it depends. The closer we are, like the more recently printed ones are less expensive. But once you go back far enough, they start to you're paying like $50 for like used books, bro. They get expensive. They get expensive. Juggalo, oh yeah, the Grimlock. Those like untransformer cards were amazing. That and the Nerf gun battle, all that stuff. I always wanted those, but yeah, that kind of stuff is not easy to come by. So it's how it goes. It's how it goes. Of course, there's now. Actually, I could literally just get them proxied at some point. Maybe the next time I get proxies, I'll include some of those crazy things. Anything that I just know I'm never going to end up having, right? It's like, well, the cube is made out of stuff that I could end up getting, and I'm not going to limit myself from enjoying other pieces that I can't normally get. Just be like, I just want to play Magic. I just want to have a good time. I ain't going to use them in a tournament. I ain't going to pretend they're real to people, so it don't matter. Mailmaster, you want to talk about unreadable card art? I don't know if you heard. Nobody's mentioned it. So I guess I'll toss it out there. You guys might get a kick out of this. And Wizards of the Coast is lucky that I'm not like just interested in kicking them in the dick over everything and anything I can find, because they're straight up embroiled right now in an AI art fiasco where they've been caught out with AI artwork in like manuals that they're selling. And it's like pretty blatantly AI artwork. It's pretty hilarious. And so they issued a statement going, we didn't know that was happening, and we're gonna tell people not to do it no more. We're sorry that happened. We'll stop it. It's not good. Yeah, so it's a whole big thing where Wizards is like literally got AI artwork going into their like monstrous manuals and stuff. So if you think that Magic card's already bad, Millmaster, just wait. Just wait. That'll be interesting. If Wizards, I mean, they're doing it with D&D, so if they just decide that's easy to do with Magic, then wait and see. That's pretty funny. It amuses me. So nutty, man. Just thinking about all the different stuff that's gone on and all the stuff that's coming. I want to see that little Western Tiny Bones. I think that's I think that's goofy. I think it's goofy. I want to see what it's like. Jeremy, is it wrong to not want to see proxies played in a commander pod, as it usually has a big impact on power creep when it's supposed to remain casual? I think that it's really just one issue ultimately underneath with this, right? Like, you just have an issue with people having decks that are too powerful. And there's nothing stopping people from spending money to get that stuff. So if you're just anti-proxy, then you're just saying anybody can use more powerful cards if they are rich enough. But if not, then no, right? So I understand people not liking proxies. I never wanted proxies for the longest time in Magic's history. Like, for most of the time I played Magic, I only wanted genuine Magic cards. And I still very much prefer genuine Magic cards. But Magic 30 comes along, and like Wizards of the Coast made Magic feel less special overall, and it just led to me going, well, there's a bunch of cards I'll never get. Why am I going, I'm not going to play with this card that's like $3,000 because I can't get a real one, when I'm like, well, I can just have a not real one and just play with the game piece. It's not causing problems for anybody. I'm tossing it in my cube. Everybody has equal access. So I think ultimately it really boils down to, yeah, Commander has the whole rule zero, everyone's got to talk thing and agree on power level ahead of time. And good luck doing that when it's not all a bunch of people you know and you even know what other people consider what power level or what's acceptable. Commander's super nebulous, right? That might be part of the reason that I didn't understand that I don't have a problem with the Commander format so much as I have a problem with 4-player Magic. And that's part of it too, is what everybody's bringing and what's going on, all of it. That kind of a vibe. So yeah. That's just the whole, like, what's the definition of casual? Like, I can bring all the best cards if I have enough money to have them? Or, like, yeah, you're just choosing different gates at that point. That it's like, well, this one's opened and this one's closed. So, like, I've got 50 grand, so I get to play with the best stuff. And you work at McDonald's, so I hope you like 2 packs of Innistrad Crimson Vow. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I don't think anybody should ever represent proxies as being real cards. So if you're playing somewhere where proxies aren't allowed, then you shouldn't be using proxies. And never, like, anybody selling proxies as real cards, that's not proxies anymore. That's you selling counterfeits. That's just counterfeit cards, right? So that's just a crime. That's not even, you're breaking tournament rules. You're breaking laws, boy. You're breaking laws. You're breaking the law. But yeah, man, I used to be anti-proxy for me. Other people can use them. I don't care. And then I've recently become, I just want to play with like force field and other stuff I'm never going to get. So that's what I'm going to do. I remember when I was a kid and we would make game pieces or write on cards, make our own Blood Bowl board. Like, I just want to play games with my friends. That's it. I'm not running a criminal enterprise, so I don't really need to worry about what I'm doing. It's like, oh no, that's fine. I'm just printing out a game piece to play with my friends. It's like somebody going, yo. I paid $6,000 to buy Monopoly, and you're just going to print out your own boardwalk? No, that shouldn't be allowed. Yeah, well, I'm just going to do it anyways. You know, like... Custom backs. Yeah, the proxies I'm getting have Magic Historian logo backs. I don't like the idea of any proxies like being mistaken for Magic cards ever. Anytime I've been given proxies that look like real Magic cards, when I flip over the back and they're real Magic cards, I grab a marker and right away, fake, fake, fake. I've watched these things fool way too many people. I'm like, nope, 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 nope. No fake cards are ever flying through my hands as if they're legit. Every single one marked fake on the back in huge permanent marker. Like, this is fake, this is fake, this is fake. I am like totally cool with them being used, but can't stand them being like real. Like, yo, this should not look indistinguishable. Proxies should not look indistinguishable from regular Magic cards. They shouldn't be. If it's indistinguishable from the front, I don't care about that at all. But from the back, absolutely not. Abso-fucking-lutely not, right? That's where I stand overall on the proxy vibe. At least at this juncture in time. Who knows how I'll feel? Maybe I'll get kicked by a mule and then I'll just be like, proxies are the tool of the devil, and if you use them, then you deserve a shovel to the nuts. What happens when someone makes better looking Magic proxies cheaper than real cards? I mean, didn't you hear? That's what's already going on. Like, if you look at Commander Masters, and if you're paying $20 a pack, and there's 20 cards in the pack, you're paying $1 a card. You can get black core counterfeit, like, well, whatever. Yeah, actually, why am I even saying? Like, forget proxies. You can get black core counterfeits that actually look like Magic cards for that or less if you're buying a bunch at once. So we're already there. Wizards has pushed the price point up of Magic so much that what happens when someone we're living it. We're already there. You're like, yo, what if we're in the Matrix? And I'm like, hello, Neo. Oh no! Put on this black duster for me, Juglum. You're Neo. Micah, what's up? How's my night going? It's going good. Just been having a chill time. Is Commander a proxy of Magic? I'm a proxy of Magic. So yeah, the collectability side of Magic doesn't change just because other people have made themselves proxies. It literally doesn't affect the real article. So that's a non-issue for me on that part. I don't know, this popped out. I wondered what was wrong with this. All right. Well, my friends, I got a big day tomorrow, so thanks for coming and hanging out. You guys rule. I might have a special guest. You can guess who from, I mean, you know who it's going to be. You know who it's going to be, right? Right? So keep your eyes peeled because I don't know when and where we'll be streaming. I don't know if it might be over on his channel, if it might be here. Who knows? Who knows? But I must descend into the depths of Hades so that I'm purified for tomorrow. Goodbye for now. See you guys over on Moxman's channel or here. Who knows? It's MTG Moxman, in case you didn't know. But you thought it was dead. But I'm back. But I'm dying again. Bye.